It's only chipped up a little bit.
Because I love that logo. I see that all over Facebook, and I'm like, dude, that is just so
my mother made
classy.
This one.
Welcome to the scene,
Hello,
Joey
hello.
Nippert.
Thank you.
First off, is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, that's it.
Joey Nippert.
Joey Nippert.
Important thing. Nobody pronounces my name right, and maybe I'm projecting.
I've been Nippers and Nippets and
Nippets?
Nipples and everything my whole life. Oh yeah, Nippets.
Welcome to the scene, Joey Nipples.
I'm also the kind of person who, as soon as I say my last name to somebody, I spell it out for them. It's like before they even have the chance to ask, because they'll ask or they'll write it really stupid. So
same.
Just Joseph Nippert, Nippert. The ERT is really important. If they don't hear the ERT, they just do whatever they want.
Joey Bippert.
I can't imagine what. I think it's like French or something like that. I can't imagine what that was translated out of. Like, cause it's Nippert now, and if it was a French name before, it's probably something actually cool and not Nippert.
Yeah, right. What could it have been?
What could have been?
Yeah, I don't know. So, hey, here's what we got. So we're on the scene. You're here. You're doing a bunch of things. You were talking before we were shooting about moving to Philly and all that stuff.
Philadelphia.
So if you can talk about what you're doing in the music scene and with your music right now.
Right now, as far as the scene is concerned, I've been very in the shadows of the scene. As in, it's like me and Nate listening to all of our music in a little echo chamber, and hopefully it's not crap by the time other people start listening to it.
And speaking of music, you just finished an EP and it's available, you were saying?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're sending it out to be mastered right now. Should be done by the middle of the week, and hopefully we want to release it maybe the first Friday of March. Might be the next Friday in March. Depends on how quick we get it back.
Do you have a title for the EP?
The Mole Men of Philadelphia.
The Mole Men of Philadelphia. And when it releases, you were saying tentatively in March, where can you find it?
It'll be everywhere. Every streaming service you could think of, except, I think, not Pandora. But everything else.
All right. Everything but the
everything
Pandora.
else. All your Apple and your Amazon and the Googles and the YouTubes and Spotify for now.
And so that's you and Nate Deitch, right?
It is, yeah. Me and Nate Deitch. We have our own little studio conglomerate right now, where he makes his own music. Nate makes noise, and that's all of his business. And then I have my band, Joey and Nippz, which he just happens to be the guitarist of.
You're right.
And you have been a drummer of therein as well.
As a matter of fact, and dude, I'm still down to continue
exactly,
that. Exactly,
anytime.
I know it's weird without the studio, without the drums. Like,
well, it'll be a reality soon, hopefully in Philadelphia, which will be very, very cool.
Dude, the moment that opens up,
hit
me up, and
big time.
If you need a kit, I'll bring mine down.
I'm very excited for it. So. Yeah, we kind of make our own music, and we help each other out. I'll play keys and sing on his songs if he ever needs it, and he'll play lots and lots of guitars on mine because I'm just all right, and he's pretty great. So it's hard not to let him just record all my guitar tracks for me because he's wonderful.
Dude, he's a hell of a guitarist.
He is wonderful. Yeah, it's crazy. Every time he plays a solo, it blows my mind, and then I hit the space bar and I look up at him. He's like, "No, it was terrible. Do it again." And it's wonderful. Eventually he gets to a point where it's the best one, and then he hates it the most. The one that he nails and it's the best is at the point where he's like, I hate music and everything that is guitar, and it's perfect. And I just sit there and I'm like, yeah, of course. And I sit back and listen and I'm like, yeah, this is the stuff right here.
Dude, that's a good summary.
He's been a very good ace in my sleeve, and he's also a great writer, a great lyricist, pretty alright guy.
Is he? All right.
All arounder. And so this EP that we're making, that we just finished, is one of the not the first times since we've been making music together, we've been writing together and making songs together. But this is the first release where it's all 4 songs on the EP are pretty 50-50 as far as writing goes. If he wrote most of the music, I probably wrote all the lyrics, and if not, a lot of the songs are, I wrote the chords for the verse, he wrote the chords for the chorus, and then we both worked together in finding some chords for a bridge. It's very cool. It's very Lennon-McCartney stuff. He would hate me saying that. He'd rather like Frank Zappa and Captain Beefheart.
Yeah.
I get it. But we're doing some really cool stuff, I think, and really working towards a cool sound. So this EP is the first, the first child of that happening. So it'll be released under Joey and the Nippz and Nate Makes Noise. It'll be a collab thing. Hopefully, if it releases the right way that we want it to. It just kind of depends on the way we set up the release, but we think we can have it go out to both of our Spotifys, like as collaborators of of each other.
Nice.
Which will be really, really neat. I also have a single coming out for Joey and the Nippz.
Yeah, hell yeah, talk about that.
Not even 2 weeks. What is today's date? The 7th?
Well, I couldn't tell you. I work night shift.
I believe it's the 7th today.
I think it is.
And my single comes out on the 19th. Sad for Now.
Ooh, okay.
Which I recorded well over... It was a year ago, at least. It was January or February of last year. Right, like 2 months before we took the studio down to start getting ready to move to Philadelphia, we recorded it, and then took a long time for mixing, which is okay because I learned a lot about mixing over the last year since the studio's been ripped apart. I've had a lot more opportunity to just mix and focus on that kind of stuff,
right,
and learn a lot. Truly Deeply Madly was my first one where I mixed the whole thing, and I felt like pretty confident about it, and I really liked it. And then I mixed Sad for Now. I was like, this is even better. So it's exciting. I think it's going in a good direction.
That would be what Sad for Now would be your third single, if I'm right.
Yes,
if I'm counting, because you had In My Dreams.
Yep.
And you had Truly Deeply Madly, which
Correct.
Actually was on the Hugs radio. That was
it was.
What did that reach? That was 20 something, wasn't it?
23 or 2 or something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
made it in the top 20 and the top 100.
Had a good run. Had a good run.
That was a cool radio station. But yeah, you nailed it with that. That was a great run. And so now, Sad for Now, what can we expect on that? Is it guitar vocals? Is it acoustic? Is there your wonderful piano playing and drums? I mean, what is it?
It is very loud, messy blues rock, but like maybe a little bit more toned down. Like if Led Zeppelin were wearing suits and we're playing in a jazz club.
That's fantastic.
But like not as bad as Led Zeppelin, of course.
Oh wow.
Controversial opinions that won't get me canceled. Very bluesy, blues rock kind of idea. I don't think the writing was like my most sophisticated songwriting, but I think it works really well. I think it sounds really cool. It's a good groove to it.
So that's releasing in probably all platforms, right? Because you guys got the hookup with the releasing everywhere. And
DistroKid, yeah, that's our distributor.
Yeah, and now what day did you say that's coming out?
That's February 19th.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep,
all
everywhere.
Right. By the time this airs, it'll probably already be out. So
I hope so.
So what do they look up?
Listen.
If you're on Spotify, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, whatever it is, whatever the platform, what do they type in to find your single?
Joey and the Nippz.
Okay.
NIPPZ.
Dude, I love the shirt. Represent. Dude, where'd you get that logo, by the way?
My little sister made it with a Cricut machine. You've seen those before?
Yeah.
Yeah, she made it with a Cricut machine.
Really?
Yeah, she made a whole bunch for the show we played a couple months ago in Newville. And yeah, it was super cool. She bought these shirts for like $3 at Michael's. I forget I think it's vinyl. I'm not exactly sure. It's been washed like, I don't know, many times since that show, and it hasn't chipped up at all. Oh. It's only chipped up a little bit.
Because I love that logo. I see that all over Facebook, and I'm like, dude, that is just so
my mother made
classy. This one. Did she?
Thanks, Mommy.
The logo or the shirt?
The logo. Yeah, my little sister made the shirt, but yeah. My mom made it. I went for a like a Beatles reminiscent, like drop T kind of logo.
Yeah.
And kind of became its own thing. But we're working on a new one right now. I'm pretty excited for as well. So.
Dude, I absolutely love that.
Yeah.